Here she is, Miss St. Patrick's Day. Miss St. Patrick's Day. You know, I got a green light on, but I don't think I like it. That's better. We're just gonna leave it warm. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Warm. And turn it down a little. There we go. It's me, Mrs. St. Patrick's Day. I'm in rare form today. You guys have never seen me drunk. Welcome to the party. Hi, everyone. It's Aunt Marissa, your favorite auntie and therapist. Hello there. Hi, Jefferson. Happy St. Patrick's Day. Oh my God, you're here. Hello, you look fantastic. How are you doing today? Thank you, Jefferson. I'm doing good. Doing good. Feeling the you know, it's a great day so far. Can't complain. Little tipsy tips. How are you? St. Patty's Day. What are we doing? You going out? You celebrating? You doing anything? Drinking green beer? Eating, what is it? Corned beef and cabbage? Anything? Anything at all? I'm drinking and going to karaoke. I love it. What's your favorite song to sing in karaoke, Jefferson? Only You 50 song. 50 song? Wow. Hi there, Soprano. How are you? Happy St. Patrick's Day. David says, Grandma. Honey, please. I won't ever reproduce nothing. No, thank you. I'll never be a grandma. The only way I'll be a grandma is if Chewy has puppies. Hi everyone, happy St. Patrick's Day. It's your favorite aunt, and I've got my favorite alcoholic beverage in here, green tea with a shot of red wine. This is technically a green drink. Hi there, Dela Cruz, happy St. Patrick's Day. Nice pits. Oh, you're one of those guys. You're one of those losers who like to smell feet and armpits and probably want a girl to step on you. I know. I get it. Were you in Saturday Night Fever? I don't remember. I don't think so. Were you? Happy St. Patrick's Day, everyone. Who's celebrating? Who's tipsy with DT Marissa? Who went to happy hour? Who got some green beer? Who got pinched by a leprechaun? Are you celebrating, Soprano? I'm the greatest dancer. Really, Blazer? That is very interesting. I had no idea. I'm a really good dancer, too. I was a professional dancer for like 15 years. Hi, Kaylee. Hi, Kaylee. How are you? Happy St. Patrick's Day. Who was that in your photo wearing the cat ears? So everyone, it's St. Patrick's Day. We're celebrating life, okay? And alcohol, I guess. I'm not really sure. Hi there, Selman. You want to draw me? Okay, go for it. How long do I have to sit like this for you to draw me, Solomon? Your dad. Oh, so this is his YouTube. Blazer says, I'm from the 80s, back when we actually danced, not dance routines. I know that's right. Hi, Red Devil News. How are you? Happy St. Patrick's Day. Giovanni says, my girlfriend wants to paint my arms green. Let her. Hi, Vidar, who says I look beautiful. Thank you, Vidar. De La Cruz says, I like your voice. Thank you. Blazer says, no alcohol bong rips. I got those too. Selman says, have you Insta to show you the result? I do have Insta. It's in my bio. Happy St. Patrick's Day, everyone. Welcome to my live stream. Normally, I give free therapy. I am still offering free therapy. All you got to do is comment your problems and questions in the chat. But I thought, since it's St. Patrick's Day and it's a day to, you know, act a fool and drink until, you know, you pass out or whatever, that we could share party stories. Ooh, who wants to share party stories? The best for you. Nice. Thank you, Simon. Jefferson says, you're young. Wow, I'm old. 60s child. Wow, really? Hi, Liam Ben. Itakala says, what do you think about Israel? I don't think about Israel, honey. I got my own problems. Red Devil says, I'm amazing. Thank you. Happy St. Patrick's Day. I love your outfit. Thank you. I'm festive and tipsy today. Anthony says, hello from Ireland. Happy St. Patrick's Day, Anthony. Andrew Carty says, happy St. Patrick's Day from Ireland. Selman says, give me the link. It's in my bio. Ishing, hi there, Ishing. Glitch Faction, I refuse to believe a grown adult wanted to do this with her life. I don't know what you're talking about. Go on a drinking spree and have a good time for St. Patrick's Day and look fabulous doing it. What are you talking about? Liam says, haha, you're the best. Thank you, Liam. Tyler Kostov, thank you, Tyler. Hi, Junior Gaza, who says, happy St. Patrick's Day. I saw a real four-leaf clover or a leprechaun. Because I thought I saw a leprechaun, and it turned out to be this guy named Jerry, who was just a midget. He was very offended that I was like, oh my gosh, did I get the gold? He looked at me and kicked me in my ankle. That's as high as he could reach. Let's see. Red Devil says, Auntie, I have no party stories. I'm a loner. That's okay. Nothing wrong with being the introvert loner. E.D. Panda says, I'm not wearing green. You can pinch me. Pinch, 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 pinch your cheeks. Man, looks fabulous. I'll give you looking average. Here's the thing, Glick Faction. You think I'm average looking because you're not used to gorgeous women in general. So you're in disbelief and you're thinking, wow, it's got to get better than this. And it doesn't. Blazer says, Jennifer Tilly. Thank you. Hi, USA. Happy St. Patrick's Day. Sly Dog says, wow. Hi, Sly Dog. Junior Gaza says, I saw a real leprechaun. Tell me about this one, because I don't know. Maybe I did see a real one and he was shy or something. He was in denial. Blaze One says, beautiful voice. Hi, Blaze One. Why did I block me from... Oh, if I blocked you on my fan site, it's because you were dusty and taking advantage of free trials, or you were entitled. So if you were blocked, it was for a reason. But you shouldn't be blocked on the free unless you've been around for like 5 years and never spent money. I blocked... Look, if you're not going to support, because I'm not showing you my Cave of Wonders and my starfishes and whatever, you can get out of there. Just come here to YouTube where it's free. That's why you were blocked. Red Devil says, I do have a date. I was going to ask, did you not go to dinner with her? How was it? Tuhamem says, you ain't average, baby. Thank you, Tuhamem. I know. Andres says, good dress. Thank you, Andres. No one's going to show you those Tuhamem. Get out of here. Ling says, hi, Ling. Emma says, the black Jennifer Tilly. The Latina Jennifer Tilly, but I'll take it. Are you celebrating St. Patrick's Day, USA? Anthony purchased the... Okay, thank you, Anthony. Why don't you have a ring, baby? I had one, and then it turned out that my husband was so insecure and jealous of me that he turned into a woman. So now I'm happily divorced / widowed. Link says, hello from Bali, Indonesia. Hi, Bali. Junior Garza says he a real one. Well... bunch of trolls. They gotta go. Get out of here with that. Hi, David, who says, do you like Russia? I've never been to Russia. Never been there. Probably won't go there. Red Dawes, hi Red Dawes, how are you? He says good evening, happy St. Patrick's Day. Are you celebrating, Red Dawes? Mid Maskey says I'm from South Carolina. Hi there. Liam Ben says slash widow. It's true, Liam. I feel like he died. You know, he technically did. Now he's a woman. He's a bottle girl in Colombia. That's not my husband. Who is that? Tillman says Rosie Perez vibes. Thank you. Staying off the grid says giggity. Wow. Hi, Brandon Stevens. Happy St. Patrick's Day. Hi, Yenny from Indonesia. Hello, hello. Red Devil says, I did. Sorry, I had a date. It was amazing. I did everything you told me, and I have a second date, you see. So if you don't know, I'm Aunt Marissa. I'm your favorite auntie, dear Marissa, and I identify as a therapist, and I'm actually helping people. Look at this. Red Devil got a second date because I gave him advice on his first date. He actually got the first date because I gave him advice. So boom, when you guys come in here talking about, oh, you're not certified, you're not a real therapist, you can't claim to be, it worked. USA says, I'm not celebrating, just chilling, smoking, making wings tonight, and baked mac and cheese. Oh, you're talking my language right now, USA. It sounds delicious. Tilhamem says, would you get married again? Now. Doc says, what accent is that? Sounds like Harley Quinn. It's Brooklyn, New York. Hi, Lee and Cone. I don't know what you're talking about. I like green apples. They're all right. Okay, Anthony, you got to go with that. Like, come on. What are these comments on us? Ryan Dabbood says, hello, I'm here, new to your channel. Hi, Ryan. Red Door says, I'm very well. I had a pint of gummies for St. Patrick's Day. Wow, Red Doors. You're having a great time. Jefferson says, I keep running into this girl every so many months. She acts like she's crazy about me, gets my number, then ghosts me till I see her again. She'll text me once, then ghost me. Interesting, Jefferson. So she might really like you and be nervous that you don't like her as much, so she's not confident. Or she's keeping you in a roster. Hi, Sir Ryan. I'm not Irish, but I like to drink, and I like corned beef and cabbage. And, you know, Irish people are nice. It would make me, I don't know what you're even talking about, Lee and Cone. Get the hell out of here. Will you marry me? I'll be attractive and exciting to you. I'll make you feel pleasure and excitement. Get out of here. I can't even read your name. Tuhaman says, how do I get my girlfriend? Okay, Tuhaman, don't say things like that. Treat her better, spend more money. Red Devil says, I did everybody. Aunt Marissa knows the best. You see? Thank you. Junior Goss says he will never be with you. Who? Emma says, love your accent. Thank you, Emma. Dolly says, hi from Joe and Linda. Hi, Joe and Linda. Seth Andy says, you sound like Lois. Peter! Chaba says, Brother Czar. Don't know who that is. Junior says, I'm fighting at WrestleMania. Oh, and I'm the new president, Junior. A roster, it's true, Emma. Ryan says, where are you from? England, as I'm from the east coast of England and Suffolk. I'm from Brooklyn, New York, but I live in Los Angeles now. And I'm Puerto Rican and Guatemalan. Kevin says, nice sash. Thank you. I won it in a beer chugging contest. Tuhaman says, can we get a 360? If I get to 100 likes, I'll do a 360. Dean says, hello, loser. How is your pathetic life? Well, it can't be more pathetic than yours because you're in here watching my pathetic life. So that's like way more pathetic. I'm doing something here. I got my regulars. I got my people, my community. So you need to rethink that statement, sweetie. I'm fighting domestic. Sandy says, the seagulls are getting smarter. 2 of them plotted to steal my fried fish. How dare they? Even though I covered the pot, next thing you know, they're going to try to steal my husband too. They might. They might come for your husband. And he might let them. Kevin says, love the earrings. Thank you. It's not a wig, Dean. It's perfect hair. Red Devil says, Auntie, how was dinner with Steph? So something came up. Something came up. I didn't make it this time around. But my niece Stephanie said she had a divine time. She posted a video. Oh my God, the food at that place looks sensational. Daj Charlie says, Kahil says, hilarious. Thank you. Ryan says, what is the weather in Los Angeles? Hotter than balls in a boiler. It's disgusting. Deshandro says, are you a boy or a girl? I'm a girl, honey. These prove it. See that? That's womanhood. Okay, you can't fake that. There's no vest. There's no prosthetics here. Thank you, Tilherman. Dean says, I'm laughing at you. Okay. Jefferson says, okay, let's keep comments respectful. I'm a mob boss and a mop boss. Yeah, he'll mop you with the floor. Junior says, I'm fighting Dominic Mysterio at WrestleMania. Wow. Sir Ryan says, I like Stephanie. 007 Wizard says, oh, you're sexy, boss mama. Oh, wow. Thank you. Thank you so much. No one's showing you their feet, Sir Ryan. Ryan says, I'm in the town I live that has a beach. The seagulls like to take food. I eat chips. Yeah. Tuhaman says, that's right, Tuhaman. Red Devil says, she did a live. I told her you gave me advice, and she said, whenever you need it, go to Auntie Marissa. Thank you, Auntie. You're welcome, Red Devil. Hi, Brian Jefferson. Does TT drink for St. Patrick's Day? I do. I'm lit. I won a beer chugging contest. That's how I got this sash, and that was before noon. I got my favorite in here, green tea with a splash of red wine. Hi, Sully. Ryan asked, do you get seagulls in America? Oh, yeah. And our seagulls, they smoke cigarettes and will, you know, fight you. Tuhaman says, it's pretty cool you read all the comments. I try. You know, I know, like, as my channel grows, it'll get harder. So I figured while I can, if they're respectful, I want to get to know everyone. I like talking to you guys. Dean says, where's the other pathetic friend of yours? Oh, Dean, you love us both. Like, look at you. You're still here. You sound retarded saying stuff like that. You're pathetic. Oh, your life is pathetic, but I'm going to keep watching your pathetic life. And where's your pathetic friend? Because I know you have a friend because I'm secretly a big fan and stalk your content. Dean, go talk to Jesus, honey, or get on the special bus. Sully says, hey, everyone, question, how can I grow my YouTube channel? Go live every day, Sully. 007 Wizard says, isn't your accent the Italian American? It's Brooklyn. That's a Brooklyn accent. Sir Ryan says, I don't even know what she's saying because she's foreign. I'm speaking English. I'm friends with Raquel. Very nice. Tillman says, you're so beautiful. You'll have hundreds of viewers soon. Thank you. Red Door says, do you think women with high body count are for recreational use only? Red Doors, of course not. She's on my profile. Wow. Ryan says, how often do you go live on YouTube? You know, this past couple weeks, I've been very busy. I have other things going on. And they've been doing construction in my apartment complex for like the whole 2026 so far. I swear, it's been really annoying. But my goal is Monday through Friday, 3 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. And I try to do 3 hours. Auntie and her assistant, Tiny Jesus, he's my consultant, and he's here. Happy St. Patrick's Day from me and Tiny Jesus. He doesn't celebrate, though. It's okay. Your friends are boss mama, but will do much better as you interact and don't insult. Right, exactly. Hi, Ahmed. Happy St. Patrick's Day. Sir Ryan says you need 50 subs before you can even go live once. Otherwise, you can't. Oh, it's just 50 now? I thought it was more. I thought it was much more. That's right, Dean. I know you're a loser and a simp, and you're just mad because I probably have blocked you and won't send you the stuff you want to see, but I don't care. Cadbury, she is so New York, she says. That's right, Cadbury. Dixon says, does it burn when you... Get out of here with that, Dixon, honestly. He is. He is watching it, Dean, and he's very pleased because I'm not doing nothing. You could go live now with no followers. Really, 007. Hi, Sal. Your accent. It's from Brooklyn, Sal Q40. Kevin says that top is amazing. Thank you. It was a bodysuit, but then I gained weight, so I just cut the crotch, and now it's a tank top. Harry Walker says, hello, gorgeous. Hi, Harry. Red Devil says, even 50 subs seems impossible. Like how? You know, maybe I underestimate my social media because I guess I haven't been as grateful as I should be. I didn't know it was this hard. I do offer coaching calls, by the way. If you guys are interested in learning on social media, content creation, live streaming, I offer a coaching call where I will audit your page, your social media accounts, and I'll give you content ideas and a schedule and answer your questions. So check out my Stand store if you want some tips. I also sell ebooks, planners, tips on streaming, checklists for streaming, content idea books. I sell books on OnlyFans stuff, okay? Junior God says now she's on my profile. Wow. Big Bull Slayer says baddie. Thank you, Big Bull. Kevin says, can you pin my comment? No, Kevin. By the way, a lot of you ask me why I don't have super chats. I just don't have them yet. You know, you got to have a certain amount of views or whatever. I'm getting there, though. But I got Cash App and Venmo. My Cash App is pinned there in the comments. It's the same as my YouTube name. $, the new queen of comedy. And if you do donate, just put your email in the note so I can send you a digital autograph photo and a free trial to my Patreon so you can enjoy my documentary series, The Diaz. You can enjoy vlogs, stand-up comedy, photos, sketches, all the episodes of High O'Clock, the late talk show, all the episodes of A Sociopath and a Psychopath with my niece Racheta and Angie. And there's also a new show called Two Girls, One Trailer on Patreon starring those trailer park girls everyone loves, Betsy, Sue, and Hennessy. So check out the Patreon. There's tons of stuff. And you can message me there. You can message me there. All right, let's see. Jeremy Johnson, hello there. Happy St. Patrick's Day. Simping ain't easy, Thea. Apparently not, Jeremy. Why do you guys talk like this? This is absolutely disgusting. Haley Bynes says, do you remember me? Hi, Haley, I do. Sal says, I don't live too far from there. Dean says, I will watch and I will say whatever I want. Okay, well, let me prove you wrong by blocking you. Bye. Don't tempt me with a good time. I love blocking people. Let's see. You're sexy. Thank you, Harry Walker. Hi, Gregory Richardson. Sal says, you're very beautiful today and every day. Thank you, Sal. Cadbury says, do you say coffee or coffee? What's the difference? Ryan says, how many hours is it behind from the UK? I don't know. It's 3:27 p.m. here. What time is that for you? If you don't mind, can I ask a question? Sure, Kevin, but it better be appropriate. Red Devil says, Auntie, anyone as gorgeous as you, you're going to get followers. Oh, Red Devil, please. You're so kind for saying that. Oh, wow, Junior. Very nice. Yes, I do too, Herman. It's in my bio. I have one, and then that trailer park girl, Hennessy, who works at the, well, formerly known as the Coochie Corral. Apparently now it's the Sleazy Beaver because they couldn't market it. Sir Ryan says, I have a course to do unethical hacking practices. Oh, okay, very nice. If you want to break out of prison, I have a book. My cousin does that too. Sir Ryan, I kicked Dean out. Savannah says, you remind me of the actress who plays on My Cousin Vinny. Oh, Marissa Tomei. Imagine you're a deer. Hi, Michael. I'm sorry, but you're not famous. Who said I'm famous? I'm just Aunt Marissa here talking to my virtual nieces and nephews. St. Patrick's Day. I'm tipsy. I'm feeling good. I identify as a therapist and I'm helping people. What's your problem? Why don't you get the stick out your ass and go take a green beer shot or something? Thank you, Harry. You've said I'm sexy like 20 times. Kevin says I want an opinion. On what, Kevin? Hi, Jason. Opposite to comedy. Oh, that's not what your mother said when she birthed you. You were a headline and act at the hospital that day, Jason. Savannah says, my cousin Vinny, actress, reminds me of you. Thank you, Savannah. Junior says, thank you for being my favorite YouTuber. Thank you for being so supportive, Junior. Kaylee Thorpe says, love your hair. Thank you, Kaylee. Can you believe people think this is a wig? Ryan says 2228 in the UK. Sal says, I love your voice. It reminds me of that older, my cousin Vinny. It's great. Thank you. The Real Liquor Breath says, yeah, hot. Thank you. Jason says, you ain't funny nor talented. Jason, and you are an incel. You're an incel who needs to find a hobby, okay? You're over here coming on someone's live stream who's doing something, who's helping people, who's entertaining people, who's gorgeous, who's stunning, who's making money being herself. And you come in here and you hate because you got to live in your mom's basement whacking off to digital girls, all right? You probably have a blow-up door. You never had a girlfriend. You take the special bus, okay? Please, Jason, go to work. Go find a job. Go clock in at Burger King or something. Thank you, Savannah. Hi, Muhammad. I'm going to arrest you for stealing my heart. Ah. Sleazy Beaver or Magic City? I don't really like magic. I think it's corny. Like, magicians just give me the ick. So I'd rather work at the Sleazy Beaver. Very good, Joe time. Pray to God about that. Jefferson says it's hot in Colorado, too. I'm drinking peppermint schnapps. Hi, Van Prince. Mr. Deadpool, are the earrings real? They're silver. Hi, Taylor Waters. How are you? Kevin says, you're the most sexy woman I have seen. Wow, Kevin, you got to get out more. I'm all right. Brian Jefferson says she's quick with those quips. Headlining act at the hospital makes me think he had a big head. How are you, Mr. Deadpool? Happy St. Patrick's Day. So who's celebrating? Who's tipsy? Who's drinking green beer? Who saw a leprechaun? I thought I saw one. It was just a midget at the gas station. He started kicking my ankle. He was very offended when I asked him where the pot of gold was. James says, what's your favorite shoe to wear? Sneakers, Skippies. Hi, Chewy. Oh, look at that angel face. Sal says, did you ever hear of the Jerky Boys from New York? The Jerky Boys. It sounds familiar, but I don't know. Hi, LB Watson. Hi, Alex. Jefferson says that's how it is. Whatever people call you, they normally are. Right, Jefferson? H.H. says, beautiful princess. Thank you. K. Jinx says, hi. Hi there. Savannah says, you are beautiful. Don't listen to Jason. Thank you, Savannah. Red Devil says, Auntie, I have to tell you, though, I had to wear shoes that made me a bit taller on my date. She's 5'5". I was 6'1" with shoes. Don't judge me. That's good, Red Devil. You want to be taller. Girls like a man that they kind of got to look up to a little bit. We don't want to just face to face. That's not exciting. Want to a little reach, you know? Brian says, kicking my ankle. He was like really upset. Ryan says, where's the best place to get a burger in America? I've been to Atlanta, Georgia. It's a great place. Honestly, I would say my favorite burger place is Five Guys. People swear by In-N-Out, but I think In-N-Out is disgusting and salty and overrated. And like, who's waiting in those lines for some salty, cheesy burgers? Ugh. Thank you, Cajun. Emma says, Frosted Lucky Charms, they're magically delicious. Hi, SH. Muhammad says, she is oak, and I don't know what that means, Muhammad. Noodle says, it's the Jew with the wig. It's not Jewish. It's Brooklyn. I'm Puerto Rican and Guatemalan, and it's not a wig. You come in here every time I stream and you say this. You love me, Noodles. Get over it. Kevin says, I think green is your favorite color. Green and pink like Wicked. Hi, Felix Ortiz. Thank you, Kickboxing. Mr. Deadpool says, isn't Red Devil like 14? Now he's like 18. Lamar says from Vespucci Beach. Wow, fancy pants Lamar. Terry Trapp says, damn, those lips are hot. Wow, thank you. Sel says, well, I'm over 60 when I like girls very tall. If they're 7 foot, I still love it. Oh, Bob Manuel says, queen of what? I don't know what you're talking about. I'm Aunt Marissa. Muhammad says, I love you. Thank you, Muhammad. Cordelia says, shame. What's a shame? Felix says, green and pink is wicked. Yes. So welcome, everyone. I'm Aunt Marissa, dear Marissa. It's St. Patrick's Day, okay? We're having a good time. We're a little tipsy tips. We got our green on, okay? And I do identify as a therapist, so if anyone needs advice or got a problem, put it in the chat, and I'm going to do my best to help you. Red Devil says, Auntie, what if I take my shoes off? Will she lose the love of my height? How much of a height did it add to you with those shoes? Muhammad, I don't know what that means, Muhammad. Anyway, thank you guys again for joining. Reminder, I have an award-winning documentary. The Diaz. And it is about my life going through a divorce from a man who turns into a woman. And then my cousin went through a divorce from a man who turns into a woman. So we moved in together. And we started our lives over and over, and that's what you can watch in the documentary. It's very interesting. It's very unhinged, very raw. Okay, so if you want to see the award-winning documentary, you can watch the first 2 seasons free here on YouTube, but all the episodes in the brand new season 3 is exclusively on my Patreon. That's right. So like 2 inches, that's not that bad. She might not even notice, especially if she wearing heels too. Thank you, Felix, who says congratulations. Cordelia says those earrings come from a shower curtain. Oh, honey, these are my casual ones. I got way bigger ones. Sel says, I love your hair, your eyes, your lips, your nose. Wow, everything. Your bow on your head, your voice. Thank you, Sel. Award-winning. That's right, Felix Ortiz. Ryan says, what can I do about tinnitus in the ear? Should I go to my GP to check this? Yeah, you should go to a doctor. I can't help with that. I'm not a doctor. SH says, love you and hi, SH. LB says, the documentary is out. What's the name of it? It's called The Diaz. It's on my YouTube. You can watch the first 2 seasons free. If you go to the top of my channel and you see a playlist called The Diaz, it's there. But all the episodes are on Patreon, along with vlogs, stand-up comedy, other podcasts and shows and exclusive series, photos, sketches. You can message me on there. I do a monthly live Q&A exclusive. She had sneakers on. She takes after you, Auntie. Good for her. See, girls who wear sneakers, they don't care about how they're perceived. They stay ready, okay? They are a different type of woman. Hi, Razvan. Happy St. Patrick's Day. How are you? Ryan says, thank you for your help, which is appreciated. Have you visited England? I have not, Ryan. Hi, Paul Brown. Happy St. Patrick's Day. I'm good. How are you? How are you, Paul Brown? Make sure you guys give my live stream a thumbs up too, please. So, let's talk about party stories. Tell me your craziest party stories. Anyone got memories of a St. Patrick's Day party or anything? It's Aunt Marissa, Aunt Marissa. Cordelia says, are you supposed to be some sort of pageant winner? Kind of, I guess so. I got this in a chugging contest, so I'm a pageant winner of St. Patrick's Day beer drinking competitions. Tell your dog I said happy birthday, Savannah. What's his name? Hi, Coach Mean Reen. Oh, happy birthday, Molly. Happy St. Patty's Day. Are you tipsy? Are you celebrating? Like the dog's gonna understand. You clearly don't have dogs because you would know that they do understand. Hi, Momo. You look gorgeous. Thank you, Coach. Red Devil says, I was once at an imaginary party where I saw Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar doing a steak cooking competition while drinking Sprite. Well, this sounds delightful, Red Devil. Raymond says, are you from Jersey or New York? Brooklyn, New York, Raymond. I love the sash. Thank you. Soprano says, can't get enough of you. Thank you, Soprano. Cordelia says, you must be from South Ireland, like really South Ireland. If Brooklyn is considered South Ireland, maybe. I didn't know that. I'm not geography. I'm not good at that. Ryan says, how long have you done your YouTube channel for? What is the best and worst bit of the live streams? Also on the 5th November in England, we have Bomb Freight Night with fireworks. Wow. How long have I had my channel? I don't know. I had another channel. And I don't remember. I don't remember if I renamed this one or I just started a whole new one. But I've had it for a few years. I just really didn't start taking it serious until like maybe last year. I started really like trying to put in work into YouTube specifically. Red Devil says, and you were talking to Javon Evans. What kind of dream is this? Tuna V says, ma'am, you look incredible. Thank you, Tuna V. Sharpshooter says, wow, you're a queen. What are your demands? I'll serve you whatever you say. Thank you, Sharpshooter. My Cash App is in the bio. Go donate to a goddess. Raymond says, Hell's Kitchen was all Irish before, just like South Boston. Wow. Haley says, you are stunning and everyone just deserves to hate. I guess so. I don't know what that means. Thank you, Sir Wash, but I'm going to go ahead and delete that comment. Sal says, I wish we can party together. We're partying now. The Liquor Breath says, I don't party, I don't even drink. Good for you. Cordelia says, St. Patrick's Day is another excuse to drink. Exactly. Get in line. Sharpshooter says, can I serve as the Queen's carpet? I already told you what to do, Sharpshooter. Red Devil says, it's real, Auntie. I'm secretly the next John Cena. Maybe. You might be. You never know. Alienator says, I have lots of money. I'm looking for a qualified. Okay, whatever. Anyway. So no one has party stories? Wow. I got so many. I don't even know where to start. Let's see. One of my favorite party stories. Hi, Furkan. One of my favorite party stories, I think, is we were in Miami. And the thing about is when you go to Miami as a hot girl, you just sit at tables and things are just handed to you and you get invited places. So we're outside, we're eating at this really nice restaurant. Some fat guy with sunglasses gets out his car and just pays our bill and leaves us. Great time. So we were wasted. We got more alcohol because we didn't have to spend like $300 on lunch. So then we went to the beach. And we got those big frozen drinks that are like half the size of a torso. We're walking around the beach. One of my friends gets invited to this like football theme. What is it called with the football? I can't remember. All-Star? It was an all-star thing, okay? We were so drunk. We didn't sleep for 2 days. Oh my gosh. I'm talking about like wasted. Wasted for 2 days straight. I don't even know if there was a water bottle in sight. It was ridiculous. Ryan says, does Gordon Ramsay have any restaurants in America? Oh yeah, he has. He's got Hell's Kitchen, I think, in Vegas. He's got something in New York. I think he's got something here in California. Brooklyn accent. Thank you, Randy. Sharpshooter says, you can walk all over me. No one cares. Sharpshooter, I already know you're not about it because you keep talking. You're just talking a lot. Celicia says, hi, my lovely, adorable, stunning, amazing, intelligent queen. Wow. Thank you, Celicia. Yeah, it was like a football thing. I don't know. It was like football awards or something. Cordelia says, tell us the story where you woke up in a stranger's house. Did I wake up in a stranger's house? I don't think I've woken up in a stranger's house. Hi, Agna. Happy St. Patty's Day. Anyway. So everyone. Hi, Orange Trumpet. So everyone, I just want to remind you, go watch my award-winning documentary, The Diaz, okay? It's a playlist here on YouTube. You'll see it at the top of my page. It says The Diaz. You can watch season 1 and 2 free here, but you got to join Patreon for the new season. Hi, Sri. Umberto says, hi, love, you're beautiful. Thank you, Umberto. Ola Storm. What they call short and stacked? I don't think so. So anyway, a lot of people ask, how can we donate? Where's your super chats? I don't have super chats yet, but I do got my Cash App. It's in the bio. It's also pinned there in my comments. It's just $ the new Queen of Comedy, just like my YouTube name. And if you put in the note your email address, I'm going to send you a digital autograph photo and a free trial to my Patreon. You don't even look like a day over 18, Diva. Thank you. I'm somewhere between 20 and 70, so you're close. It's St. Patrick's Day. Where is your green beret? It is St. Patrick's Day. Gotta drink the sorrow away. Cash App is better because YouTube is not taking. That's true. Can I date with you? No. Yes, Sharpshooter. Yes, that's exactly what it means. Sure. La da 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 na na na. So make sure you guys join the fan sites, my Patreon. Again, if you wanna learn on content creation and live streaming and ideas, check out my Stan store. I got merchandise. I'm on every social media platform ever, all of them. Go look. Oh, Cameo. I got Cameo, so you can get personalized videos in Cameo. No one's showing you their feet, Marco. Agna says, Slay, love your hair. You're so. Oh, thank you, Agna. Cordelia says, some of us work for a living and can't drink during the week. Okay, well, have fun with that, Cordelia. Sharpshooter says, I wish you had gifts. I prefer to give those to the queens that I serve. Oh, you don't serve no queens. You're giving excuses. Anyway. That's right. Jerry Cabini says smooth skin. Thank you, Jerry. It's a light filter. My face isn't this perfect, but it is close. It is close. Happy Happy birthday, Agna. So no one has any party stories to share? Wow, what a bunch of squares. Let me see. Another party story. One time when I was a go-go dancer, because you know I was a go-go dancer, not a stripper, it's like a gateway job in a stripping. And I got to dance with a very famous artist at his birthday party. Camping naked on a lake. That was my party, and fell asleep on a rubber. Wow, Savannah, what a great time. That's insane. Ryan says, thank you for the live on St. Patrick's Day. You must put a lot of effort into this channel. Thank you, Ryan. Celicia says, you're actually glowing. I'm not even lying. You're a literal star, my queen. Thank you. It's Jesus. It's the glow of the Lord. It is. Red Devil says, Auntie, just because you're a party animal, we're not as cool as you. Yes, exactly, Red Devil. Cordelia says, not a stripper. It's true. It's a gateway job. Honora, I want you for myself in the future. Too bad. Savannah says, I want to go dancer too in Canada. Celicia says, you're actually stunning. Thank you. Agnes says, I got to dance White Zara Larson. What is that? I don't know what that is, Agna. I have no idea what you're talking about. So everyone, this live is sponsored by Money Lion. If you don't know, Money Lion is an amazing small, easy loan service allowing you up to $55 immediately deposited into your bank account. Check out the link in my community post to see how much you qualify for when you use my Money Lion link. Yeah, it's not life-changing money, sure, but maybe you don't want to cook tonight and you want to treat yourself. It's St. Patrick's Day. Maybe you want to buy a couple drinks. Money Lion can help. So check out the link in my community post to learn more. Thank you, Adam. Bye, Agna. Have a nice birthday. Ryan says, why do people come onto your channel and put nasty comments? It's really disgusting when it happens. You know, Ryan, because they don't have a life. They don't have a life, and they hate their life so much that they got to come into someone else's live stream or their content to make themselves feel better by putting others down. The fact of the matter is they are beyond helpless, so they come in here trying to feel better about themselves. That's all it is. They got no hope. Hi, peace and joy. Happy St. Patrick's Day. Red Devil says maybe someone would want a tiny Jesus themselves. Oh, that's right, Red Devil. I do have an Amazon storefront, by the way, where you can get your own tiny Jesus, okay? I got therapy books, therapy journals, self-help books, Bibles, pens with positive sayings. I got ashwagandha and positive teas and supplements to help you with your mental health. I also have very exciting, eccentric coloring books that help you with stress and deal with things. So check out my Amazon storefront as well. SH says, you are actually a fashionista because those outfits are heavenly. Wow, I'm a fashionista. I just won this at a bar like 4 hours ago. But thank you. Thank you very much. You hear that? Can you guys hear my fan over here farting on the ceiling? Excuse you. Kiwi Miss 2026. Oh, I do look like a little kiwi. Wham Bam says I have a baby Jesus too. It's a tiny Jesus, okay? Full grown, but tiny. You see his beard? Baby Jesus didn't have a beard and long hair like this. And he wasn't dressed like this yet. This is just tiny Jesus. Peace and Joy says, I like your green attire. It matches your pulsating eyes and your gorgeous smile. My smile is green and my eyes are green. Red Devil says, short King Jesus. Wham Bam says, I got the same one. Very nice, Wham Bam. I found mine at the airport. I was having like horrible anxiety about flying, which I never ever got in my life. That was like the first time it happened. And I'm in the TSA line and I look down and he's standing in front of me. He stands in front of me. Ellie Chisolum. Okay, I'm just going to call you Ellie. You're so cute. Thank you. Barlow says, I've been wanting to catch your live, Auntie. I saw the woman saying you were a character, but I know that's impossible. I don't know who you're talking about, Barlow, but here I am. Looking mad jelly. I don't know what that means. Celicia says, I can't stop complimenting you from head to toe. You're like my idol. Oh, honey, don't idolize me. I got mental problems, okay? I'm a divorcee. I'm toxic. Idolize the Lord, and that's all. The Pepper Plug says, I want, okay, thank you, Pepper Plug. Wham Bam says, nice standing in front of you. That he was in line. Savannah says, got to go, hugs and goodbye, Savannah, thank you. Cordelia says, you're attractive, but let's not get married away. No one wants to marry you either, Cordelia. Ryan says, follow this lady everywhere on social media and YouTube. Thank you, Ryan. Yeah, and also make sure you give my live stream a thumbs up if you haven't, please. Brian Jefferson says, I'm toxic. It's crazy. It's true. I'm just being honest, Brian. Celicia says, amen, Diva. That's right. Ismail says, show. Show what? Eli says, you're so cute. Your hair is cute. Thank you. Ismail says, Jolin. Guacamole says, do you like cheeseburgers? I don't mind them, but I try not to eat them with bread. I prefer them lettuce wrapped or just as a patty. Barlow says, I wanted to tell you that I entered a trance state last night and experienced divine theosis. I believe in God again. Yay. That's amazing, Barlow. El Witch Doctor says, are you funnier than Roseanne? Whatever. I don't even know. Wham Bam says, you were chosen by Jesus. He said, I got you that day. I think so, Wham Bam. Peace and Joy says, do you not eat a lot of bread? I try not to because I've lost weight and I don't want to get it back on. Eli says, I traveled to England. Very nice. A rock is funnier than Roseanne Barr. You know who's not funnier than Roseanne Barr? You. Excuse me. Red Devil says, funny story. I went to McDonald's and ordered 10 burger patties with cheese and no bread. It was still less expensive. That's a damn loaf of bread. Wow. Eli says, England is so cold. Catman says, Roseanne is right about everything. Dale says, I like your accent. Where are you from? From Brooklyn, Dale. Peace and Joy says, I hear if you stay away from the bread, it can remove lots of extra weight. The bread is so good. I just had me 6 English muffins. Oh my God, 6 English muffins is crazy. Wow. Eli says, I've done stand-up for years. Oh, that's why you're in here. You're not getting booked. I understand the struggle, Eli. It's hard. So you come over here, you troll, you hope that there's a booker or a scouter in my comments. There's not, honey. Work on your material. Slimmer says, glowing. Thank you, Slimmer. Still Me says, it's Miss Ireland. She is gorgeous. Hi, Still Me. Happy St. Patrick's Day. I won this in a chugging contest, humble brag, before noon. So technically for breakfast. Red Devil says, Auntie, have you ever heard of a crumpet? Isn't that just like a fancy way to say like cookie? Oh, look at this one. On the Run Creator. Stand up. Sure. Why would I just stand up for you? Who do you think you are? Wham Bam says, I like your eyes and button nose. Thank you. Thank you very much. Cody says, hi, pretty. How you doing? Hi, Cody. I'm good. Happy St. Patrick's Day. Sloppy Ted says, no, mate, a crumpet's like a pancake, but with lots and lots of holes. Really? Celicia says, you're actually a model. Thank you, Celicia. Sloppy says, I'm also English. I see. Eli says, my bath is at 7. How old are you, Eli, that you have a bath time? Mark Wiggs says, you're very beautiful. Thank you, Mark Wiggs. Red Devil says, no, no, it's sort of a thing that you toast. Alexandra Duarte says, Jesus, what Pokemon are you? I am the Toxizard. Where are you right now? My home. Mr. Deadpool says, Eli, she doesn't wash, she wouldn't understand. I don't understand what she's talking about. Salisha says, I have, bye Salisha. Mosa says, are you single? No, and very uninterested, Mosha. Very not interested, honey. Cody says, happy St. Patrick's Day. I helped my uncle fix a snowmobile today and shoveled the snow off my dad's roof, but it was windy. 10 degrees Celsius. I can't wait for summer so I can drive my dad's car. My goodness. That sounds awful. Sloppy Ted says smart, but was I asking, was you in Ireland or America? What? I don't even know what you're talking about, Sloppy Ted. Oh, I'm in Los Angeles, America. I see, sorry. Hi, Shane. Cordelia says, you don't have pets like other girls. My son Chewy is sleeping. He doesn't want to be bothered. Ryan says, it was lovely to come on today. I may end up popping in shortly. Bye, Ryan. Come see me tomorrow. Make sure you subscribe. So, everyone, I'm getting to the end of my live stream. I'm actually going live on my fan site. I'm doing a St. Patrick's Day party with my friend. So make sure you guys join the fan site and the Patreon. Cody says, do you like Real McCoy, the 90s band? No. Sloppy Ted says, I'm in the UK right now. It's like 11 o'clock. I've got school tomorrow. Oh, I see. Well, good night, Sloppy Ted. Brian Jefferson says, is Chewy a tiny Chewbacca? Yes. Hi, Lord Kelvin, not your baby. Ryan says, I've already subscribed. Enjoy the rest. Thank you, Ryan. Have a good night. Eli, how did you get here if you're 8 years old? Whose account are you using? Because I put no kids are allowed. So whose account is this? Red Devil says, thank you for your help, Auntie. I'll see you tomorrow. Much love. That's right, everyone. Don't forget, go check out the documentary I am posting. I'm going to post the Money Lion link so you guys can check out for your loans. I'm going to repost it for you right now. If you need a quick, easy, simple loan, very easy. All you got to do is download the app using my link and see how much you qualify for. You pretty much just need a bank account, okay? And they're going to give you some money. Most people that use my link tell me they got approved for the $55. So if you just need a little spends in cash, you want to go out tonight, enjoy your St. Patrick's Day, drink a little bit, whatever. That's that. There it is. I reposted it in my community post. Don't forget, if you want personalized videos, check the Cameo. Subscribe to Patreon, where you can watch every episode of my award-winning documentary, The Diaz. And check out the Amazon store for your tiny Jesus. Hi there. And your other mental health books, self-help journals, pens, supplements, all kinds of things. Are you on tomorrow evening? I don't know what time England time is, but I'm on 3 o'clock Pacific Standard Time tomorrow. Mr. Deadpool says, is it healthy if I wash the peel of a banana before I eat a banana? Am I washing the nutrients away? You're not eating the banana peel, so I don't know if it matters. Good night, Red Devils. All right, bye, everyone. Thank you so much for joining. think there's a cricket in my kitchen.